Guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are finally tackling my dreaded garage. I have been putting this off for quite some time. I recently had to take the boxes out of the garage a second time because it was so full, but now the boxes are out of there. I still have to get rid of a box spring, but that'll be fine. I'll just leave it in there for now. So my plan is all the things that were kind of in storage that I don't use all the time, that are seasonal, we're gonna put those into the shed because we want to free up enough space to turn the garage into like a workout area slash hangout spot is the goal. So I'm gonna try to put a big dent in it today. So without further ado, let's get started. First, I'm gonna give you guys an overview of what the garage is looking like. So just so many bins. We do have a nice organizer that I want to utilize. We have our deep freezer that I really want to plug in. So we're gonna get this started. Hopefully I can get it at least halfway done today. And my husband does want to help me like, you know, get it completely organized, but I at least want to get these bins out of here and into the shed. And let me just start off saying you truly don't know how much you have until you have to move it and pack it and store it. Holy cow, you guys. So like I said, the goal for today was to move majority of the stuff that was in our storage unit, which are these bins, into our shed in the backyard. And then I think eventually I'm going to go through them and do a major declutter because both me and my husband are coming to the realization that the houses in Virginia are just smaller. We're so used to Texas and Texas-sized homes, and you know, looking online and just seeing what's available because, you know, we're only renting this house for hopefully 1 year. We just realized we have too many things. They're not going to fit in the homes here in Virginia. So we need to start minimizing what we own and only keep what we truly use because this is insane. Just moving all of this was a headache, and trying to store all of this in our house is, you know, just overwhelming. I forgot I wanted to sweep this out first. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but here's our little shed. It's a great size, lots of storage, but I'm just gonna like sweep everything real good. I wasn't gonna go too crazy cleaning the shed because I think there's like a crack up in the ceiling or something because all the flowers from the tree that's behind the shed were getting in here somehow. So I'm not sure where that's coming from, but I figured I'm just gonna sweep it out, get it as clean as I can before I start putting stuff in there. And as I'm opening it up, I'm just making sure I don't have any like household items that I just, you know, forgot that I packed up. But thankfully everything was basically storage stuff and then seasonal decor. But really quick, just in case you are new here, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I hope you decide to stick around and subscribe. I am a stay-at-home mom to 4. I have 2 girls and 2 boys. And hence the messy garage. We recently moved. So we used to live in West Texas, and now we moved all the way back to our hometown, Virginia Beach, Virginia. And we are trying to make this rental a home for 1 year. So I'm taking you guys along that journey and just trying to get this house clean and make it a home. So if you guys enjoy cleaning motivation, I hope you stick around and subscribe. If you're a longtime subscriber, thank you so much for being here and coming back. Your support truly means the world to me. You guys know how much I love YouTube, and I'm just grateful for this community and for you guys being here and supporting me. Guess I needed a home, but if I'm not mistaken, you were good on your own. As I was ripping all the tape off, Adrienne was so sweet and she was helping me clean up the tape off of the floor because it kept getting stuck to my shoes. And you can see that I've definitely made some progress because I have tons of empty bins now. I'm gonna hang on to them because of course we can always use these again in the future, and whenever we move into our hopefully forever home, we can use these to move as well. I know I was drunk enough y'all know that I have been wanting to tackle my garage for quite some time, but it was just kind of at the bottom of our list of things to do. We obviously wanted to get our home more situated and then focus on the garage afterwards. So I had told myself the weekend before that I was going to tackle the garage, but then when I went to, you know, start working on it, it was raining all weekend. And so I was like, you know what? I knew that I needed to have the doors open because, you know, we just had too many things in here. There's no way that I could function with this much stuff in here without the doors open and like taking some things out and obviously walking to the shed. So I put it off one more weekend, and then now this weekend I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And you guys, it was freezing. Like, we had a few really nice days and I was hoping it was gonna be nice out. I underestimated how cold it was. My fingers were so numb. It was making it nearly impossible to carry all these bins because I couldn't feel my fingertips. It was awful. I ended up even mashing my finger, like later in this video. I mashed my finger so hard, the whole like front of my pointer finger was all bruised for like a week. It was so bad, but I was determined. I was like, you know what? I am not putting this off any longer. I was so motivated. I was so excited. And I was like, I'm just gonna freeze to death and just get it done. But it was super windy. I kept like looking back thinking my camera was gonna fall off because right now I have it like propped up on my car and I was like, please don't fall down, please don't fall down.
That night, should have known you were something that would mess with my mind. Oh, but I won't put the blame on me. You're the one to be want to see, yeah. 'Cause you can handle emotions.
Making a pretty good dent. My fingers are completely numb, but it's looking a lot better. I know you can't really tell, but we're making a dent. Whenever you are downsizing, it really is a challenge to work with a new space. And if you guys are in a similar situation, or maybe you have, you know, an upcoming move where you're also going to be downsizing, just mentally prepare yourself for the first month or two to feel pretty overwhelming. I'm not going to lie, when we first moved in, I was just like a ball of emotions. I'm like, how are we going to fit everything in here? Where is everything going to go? You know, the kids were also adjusting too, especially the girls, because both of the girls' rooms are quite a bit smaller than our old house. So they were also struggling because they couldn't find a place for their things. But the mix of emotions you get are so real. So just prepare yourself if you have a downsizing move coming, because it is a lot. It's super overwhelming. I'm really grateful that I did a lot of decluttering before we moved, because I couldn't even imagine if I wouldn't have. It would have been 10 times worse, because I got rid of a lot. But I didn't realize how much we accumulate over the years. It's pretty crazy. But just know you have to give yourself time. Whenever you move into a new place, it doesn't matter if it's bigger or smaller, you're gonna have that feeling of uncertainty and not knowing where to put things, and your life feels chaotic, and it's okay. And I know it's overwhelming. I'm right there with you, but just know that in about a month or two, you're gonna have that sense of like, okay, we can do this, we can fit in the space, things are finding a home, things get better. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So if you're also in a similar situation, just know I definitely understand. It can be a mix of emotions. But I did a quick overview of what the garage was looking like. I had to stop this day because, you guys, my fingers were so numb. I couldn't go any longer. But now we are at my sister's house. She recently had surgery. She had a breast augmentation, and she couldn't really lift anything, and she had been wanting to reorganize her closet for a while. It was starting to be really overwhelming for her, and I knew that she really wanted help, but she's like me. She doesn't like to ask for help. So I told her, I was like, hey, if you want me to come over, I will totally help you declutter your office. We'll get it organized. We'll get rid of things you no longer need. So I went over there. My other sister, Danielle, was there too. She was helping her do dishes around the house and, just some other things that she can't really do while she's recovering. So we worked as a team and we got it done. I ended up pulling everything out. She is a Scentsy consultant, I guess is what you call it. She sells Scentsy, and so she has a lot of product, like a lot. She's been doing it for quite a few years. She's amazing at it. She's like one of the top leaders in the company. But let me tell you, her inventory was insane. So we wanted to pull everything out. She wanted to see all that she had. You guys know me. Anytime I do a proper decluttering, that is what I recommend. Pull everything out so you can really take an inventory of what you have and be more honest with yourself on what you need to keep and what you don't use. Because if you just kind of move things around as you're decluttering, I feel like you don't do that deep of a declutter because you're just kind of shoving it and moving it and you're not truly absorbing how much you own. So whenever I pulled all of this out, her room was almost completely full of Scentsy. It was crazy. Sure to wipe down all the shelves to get the dust out, get it fresh and clean before we put anything back into here. And then what we decided to do was kind of sit down and go through everything. So I made a group of used products and then I made a group of not used products. And then Courtney came in after that and she decided what products she wanted to keep for her inventory. And then she also made a pile for reselling. So she will offer to her customers like a discount just to take the inventory off of her hands. And then she let me and Danielle pick out anything that we wanted out of her inventory. So you guys, I am so stocked up on Scentsy. I'm so excited. Not only do I have tons of wax melts now, but I also have some countertop spray. I have some room spray. So my house is gonna be smelling so good. So I was so grateful that she let me get some of that.
Just stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this.
Like I said, the whole room was almost full, but I didn't record all of it because obviously we were here for a very long time, and for a good portion of it, it was kind of stuff that I couldn't do. I told Courtney, like, you're gonna have to go through and make, ultimately the decision on what you want to keep and what you want to part with. So I just made it a little bit easier for her. I grouped things together and then gave her some ideas of like how to reorganize her office. She was really struggling on like where to put things just so they like have a better flow and make sense. So she was so grateful. It was so sweet. She was like tearing up. She was like, you don't know how much like I appreciate it. And it just made her feel better. And that made me feel so good. This is the first time that I've went into someone else's space and helped them declutter. I've had friends ask me to do it, but I don't know if they were ever truly serious, because whenever I would tell them like, okay, well, if I do this, like you have to be ready to throw things away. And usually whenever I say that, they're like, oh, we'll see, or never mind, because it's a lot. If you're not prepared to truly get rid of things, it makes decluttering a lot harder. But Courtney was like so ready. You could tell she was so excited and she wanted the help, and it just melted my heart. It really did feel so good to help her do this. But I didn't record all of it, obviously, because it ended up taking us the entire day. And after I got done doing all those cabinets, we also decluttered these bins right here. And then off to the left, I didn't really show you, she also had another, I believe there's 6 or 8 cubbies. We went through those as well. We ended up turning her first cabinet space into a pantry, which is what she wanted. She also does social media, so she's on Instagram and TikTok, so she does a lot of brand deals. So she wanted to turn those first 2 cabinets into like brand deal stuff. So we have like a pantry side. That middle one that was empty, that's gonna be where she puts all her clothes, and she's gonna buy more bins to go in there. And then we organized all of her Scentsy stuff on that last one that you guys saw. So it ended up working out so good. She got rid of so many things. And then the last thing that she wanted me to help her with was a deal she was doing for a mattress. So this was going to be for her TikTok. And of course she can't lift right now, so she needed my help like lifting the mattress out of the room and putting the new one in there. Her husband doesn't like to really be on social media either. He's like my husband. It's so funny. I feel like there's so many wives who, you know, put their lives on social media and then their spouse is like, no thanks, I want to take a back seat. But I was glad to help her out and be on her TikTok with her. So these are some of the behind the scenes of her making her video, but I just wanted to show you guys. I went in there, helped her unbox her mattress, put it on the bed, and then that's gonna be it for helping Courtney. Then we're gonna be heading back to my house to finally finish up the garage and get the last bit organized and put onto the shelves. But first, before we do that, I did want to share my weekly grocery haul with y'all. Here is my Sam's Club haul for the week. I did so good. The last 2 weeks, I've been doing really good with groceries. I'm like proud of myself. I really think having those bingo boxes have been helping out so much because I'm not buying nearly as many packaged snacks. So let's start off. I did get a case of water. And this week I thought for lunches it would be fun to do wraps. So I'm gonna do the tortilla wraps with some lunch meat and some cheese. So I got a thing of tortillas. I love these. These are low carb, high fiber. One of the snacks I wanted to pack this week was sour cream and onion chips for the kids. This is something I want to bulk make. I'm gonna get the kids eating this one now instead of regular pancake mix. I'm gonna make waffles because I got a new waffle maker, so I'm really excited to start making bulk waffles again and have those in the freezer. I picked up my favorite protein bars. These are so good. They are a little bit more pricey. They have some that are cheaper, but the taste of Built is by far the best to me. I love the texture. It's just so good. So I got some of these. That way I have a healthy grab and go snack. I've been doing really good counting my macros and I'm really trying to stick with it. The meat this week I picked for the wraps is some uncured honey ham. I also want to make spaghetti, so I got the Rayos homemade marinara sauce. I got maple syrup to go with the waffles. This is something I don't typically get, but the kids, whenever they go over to my sister's house, they always drink flavored water, and so they've really been wanting it. So I was like, you know what, as a treat every once in a while, instead of buying like the ice waters, because you guys know I would get those for the kids and, you know, get them like once every 2 weeks or so, but we go through them so fast. This was like, I think it was $10. You get 40 packs. So that is a way better deal. Granted, I do have to buy water bottles, but I think what I'm gonna have them do is like put their name on it, reuse them, like refill them until obviously they don't look like very good anymore, and then we can get a new one. But my thought is reuse water bottles, put these in it every once in a while when they want something, and this will be good for me too because it has electrolytes, so I'm going to use these as well. I love the Propel. I think they taste really good. And something else I was looking at whenever picking them out, because they did have the Gatorade packets, but these I went with because there are no added food coloring. And you guys know I'm really trying to avoid it whenever I can. So that was the reason why too I picked that one. I got a big thing of salad. I really want to start doing salads again for lunch. I haven't really been eating too many greens, so that is a goal of mine this week, is to up my greens intake. Of course, I am still drinking my AG1, but I think I should be eating it as well. So got that. I got some mild cheddar cheese to go on the wraps. I got the 3-pack of grass-fed ground beef for some recipes. I picked up a bunch of berries. This is great for packing in their Bento boxes. And also what I'm thinking about trying, I'm like nervous to try it, but I really want to try cottage cheese with like some berries and some honey. It's a high protein snack. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. So I figure I'm gonna get a small thing of it from Walmart and try it. So I got the berries for that too for me. I'll let you guys know if I can eat it or not. I feel like it's gonna be a texture thing, but we'll see. I got some more of these Go-Gurts. The kids love to freeze these, eat them as popsicles for dessert, or pack them in their lunches. And then I got a thing of cage-free organic eggs. That is everything that I picked up, and I spent a total of $140. I am gonna be getting some things from Walmart as well. I need to do a curbside pickup, but I haven't even made that yet. I really shouldn't need too much else. All right, we're gonna pick up where I left off. This is what the shelving is looking like. There's no organization. And then same thing with this shelving, no organization. I still need to go through these 2 boxes. I need to see what's in these bins, if that's gonna go into the shed for storage or not. And then I have this one as well that I need to go through. So we're going to pick back up. I did go ahead and put the bikes. I have my weights in here. These are all our shovels and stuff. I still need to get rid of this box spring, which I will do hopefully very soon, but we're not gonna focus on that right now. We're gonna focus on these shelves and this mess. My stepmom gave me some gloves because I had told her that I like mashed my finger because they were freezing to death the first time I cleaned the garage. So she gave me these really nice thick gloves. They have like fur on the inside of them, but they're like rough on the outside. I guess they're more like maybe gardening gloves. So I wore those for a little bit, but y'all, I could not, like my fingers were so stiff inside of those. I couldn't really grab things. And thankfully this day, it wasn't nearly as cold as the first day. And I ended up keeping the doors closed this day too, since I had plenty of space to work in here without needing the doors open. So it kept it much warmer.
I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light?
Anytime we're cleaning out the garage, I always make a point to sweep it out, get it as clean as I can, because you know, garages accumulate a lot of dust and debris and all sorts of stuff. So anytime I get in there and start cleaning, I always like to make a point to sweep it just to keep a lot of the dust up. And especially because I do want to turn this into my workout area, I'm hoping to keep it pretty clean. I went ahead and grabbed my roach spray and sprayed the garage the other day, like the first day that I cleaned, just because we have been getting bugs in the house, which a lot of you guys were telling me that it's most likely not roaches, but actually water bugs. I guess they look just like roaches because they are huge. They're not little, which is good. You guys were saying like if they're little, that's bad because there's probably like a nest of them somewhere. Every time we've seen a roach or a water bug, I think it's a water bug, but every time I've seen them, they have been huge and so disgusting. But I figure if the roach spray kills roaches, which are supposed to be really hard to kill, it should definitely kill a water bug. So I have been religiously spraying the roach spray in the garage, around the outside of the house, the window frames, the door frames, all of that. And thankfully, I have not seen any more in the house, knock on wood.
Would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning? Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right.
I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter. I know it's Easter weekend. I thought I would put this video up a little bit sooner. That way, you know, you guys can get the new video early since most of us are going to have plans. I'm actually going to be watching my niece and nephew for Easter, which I'm so excited about. My sister-in-law had a baby almost 2 months ago, so she is super teeny tiny, and we're going to be watching her over the weekend, and her brother. He's 3 years old. So we're gonna have 6 kiddos for Easter. It should be so much fun. I plan on doing like a big Easter egg hunt for them. My kids love Easter egg hunts. So we're gonna put one on. That way they can do it with their cousins. It should be a lot of fun. But besides that, I don't think we're really planning on doing too much. I'd love to hear what you guys have planned for Easter weekend. Do you guys go to church? Do you do anything special? Hang out with the fam? Both me and my husband have been talking a lot about wanting to find a church soon. We're hoping once life kind of calms down a little bit, we can start looking into a church and where we would want to go, because I personally haven't really went to church too much in my lifetime, nor do I think my husband really ever went to church. And it's just kind of something like the older we get, we're just, you know, really wanting our kids to have that, to have those values, and just to have that experience, because we never really had it. So it's definitely something that we want to start looking into, hopefully soon, once life calms down, and especially since this is where we plan on living forever. No more moving around. So I just feel like it would be so awesome to have like our church community and, you know, just meet families through the church. It'd be a great way to make new friends in the area as well. I'm glad I finally found the kids roller skates. They were asking for them the other day whenever I had the garage open and they were playing outside. They were like, "Where are my skates?" And I was like, holy cow, I have not seen them since we moved. And so I was starting to get a little bit worried. I was like, crap, I can't remember, like, where did I pack them? Did we grab them? But thankfully they were inside a box, safe and sound. So they're gonna be so excited to be able to roller skate again.
I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me.
this bin was so heavy, you guys. When I opened it up, I was like, oh, that's why. It's all of my husband's gear from whenever he used to be in the military. If you guys are new here, my husband was in the Marine Corps for 8 years, and so he held on to a lot of his like uniforms and memorabilia. But let me tell you, the bins that have his stuff in them are so heavy. So I needed to move those into the storage. And then this one that was all taped up, it definitely didn't look like that when the movers got it. I don't know. You guys know, if you followed this whole crazy moving saga, you heard how awful our movers were. But I just couldn't believe, I'm like, how in the world did they manage to destroy this bin this badly? I mean, it was so busted up. It was hanging on by a thread. They had so much tape on it. Like, it was just crazy. But I did have some picture frames in here. A lot of them were broken. So I am getting rid of those. And then thankfully the rest of the stuff was just kind of all of my school stuff. I do have my bachelor's in elementary education. And so I held on to all of the books and all of my papers just in case, later down the road, if I decide to teach, it'd be good to look back on, refresh my memory. I also have like my praxis books because you do have to take a praxis I believe it's every 3 or 5 years. So I have all of my books, my yearbooks too, and they were all inside of this bin. So I'm glad they didn't get completely destroyed, but I did have to put everything into a new bin because there was no saving this one.
I'm not gonna play hard to get through. I'm not gonna say I'm loving you too. I'm not gonna stay, gotta be alone. Let's talk, meet me at the avenue. I don't need nobody else but me. It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking about the way the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me like a stone in the water, singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for you. Forget what I said, just come on over. Forget what I said.
This shelving unit we did bring from Texas, and a few of the, I guess it's like arms or whatever that holds up this metal wire rack, a few of them had fallen off. Thankfully, we did find all of them that had fallen off, so I was putting them back on into place as I was trying to organize these shelves. I don't know if it's gonna stay like this. We do have a lot of coolers that I put into the shed that we might end up pulling back out and putting them into the garage just because we know we're gonna be using them pretty frequently, especially in the summertime when we go hang out with our friends and family and we go to the beach. So we might do some more rearranging, but for right now, I just wanted to get the bulk of the clutter out of here and into the shed because like I said, I really wanted to move my Peloton into here. I want to free up the space in the house. So this was making me feel so good. Like every time I declutter, it literally feels like a weight is taken off of my shoulders. If you guys have been hesitant on decluttering or reorganizing a room in your house, here is your sign to take that first step and get organizing. I promise when you get done, you are going to feel so good. You're gonna feel like a weight is lifted off of your shoulders. Even if you just focus on one cabinet a day, one drawer a day, before you know it, you will have the entire area done and you will feel so accomplished. So tackle those areas, don't put them off, go ahead, get started. I also have tons of 3-hour-long marathons. So if you wanna put me on and clean along with me for 3 hours straight, I have quite a few of them you can pick from and you don't have to stop and find new videos. You can just keep on cleaning. There's honestly no better feeling than when you get done decluttering. It is my favorite thing to do. That's why I have so many videos on that topic and playlists because it really is the best feeling, especially when you start like donating your stuff or even selling them and you can make some extra money. It feels like such an accomplishment. I really thought I was gonna be able to lift that big cooler up there, but y'all, that thing was heavy. That one is so heavy. It's probably well over 50 pounds. I was like, what in the world? That is the heaviest cooler we own by far. And I was like, nope, if my husband wants that up there, he can do it. I was gonna move it into the shed, but that sucker was heavy. I was like, I'm just gonna leave it for right now.
Find another reason. I really wanna lie, making me stay. But let's talk. Are you at the avenue? I don't need nobody else but me. It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking about the way you, the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me. When the sun and the water sinking down, down, down.
I really thought I was done. I thought I put everything up. I was gonna sweep and call it a day. And then lo and behold, after I got done sweeping, I like looked over near my deep freezer and I realized there was one more box sitting over there. So I have one more box to go and then I will have everything unboxed in the garage. And it feels so good. I love the fact that we can just come in here now, see everything that we own and be able to find what we're looking for. I hate when you're like looking for something and you can't find it. It's like the worst feeling. So I just feel super accomplished now that we have everything unboxed and we know where everything is. And now I can truly start looking at what we need and what we can get rid of. That is, like I said, that's my next goal. I really want to start downsizing. I think I might be starting off in my closet personally because I just feel like I have way too many clothes and I always gravitate towards the same outfits. So I'm like, I really need to get honest with myself and do a proper declutter. So be on the lookout. There is going to be tons of decluttering motivation coming your way. I have been just in the mood. I have had the urge and I cannot wait to get everything decluttered.
Forget what I said, just come on over. Forget what I said, just come on over. I don't need nobody else but me. It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need no.
Let's do a little overview of how the garage is looking. So this is when you first walk in. We have our deep freezer, which I just figured out. There is no outlet over here. The only outlet that I can see in this garage is literally behind my blue stepper right there. So I might have to see if we can run an extension cord or something because we're definitely gonna need our deep freezer. So that's something we have to work on. But I have our two rugs over here. We're likely gonna lay down that taller one because it is an indoor-outdoor rug and I wanna put my workout equipment out here. But what we got over here, so much more organized. I have everything out of boxes now. So I don't know if it's gonna stay like this, but I just wanted to get it up on shelves. That way we know exactly what we have. Our lawnmower is just standing up right now. We have our two ladders, my husband's toolbox. This is so heavy. I wanted to put it up there, but there was no way I was lifting that thing up there. We definitely want to get some hooks for all of our shovels and stuff and then hang them up on the wall. So that's going to be a project hopefully soon. It would really be nice to put the bikes up on the wall too, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that. I have a lot of trash over there. This is trash. So once I get all of that out of here, it's going to look a lot better. And then the shelving, I have it as organized as I can get it. So I put my heavy dumbbells at the bottom because I don't want to break the shelf. I have all of our lawn chairs, our big lawn chairs. This is like house stuff, mason jars and stuff. We have the kids' skates, my workout stuff. I have our gardening stuff, painting things, some more workout equipment, our fire extinguishers. I have my generator, extra air filters, swimming stuff. And then this, I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but it's so big. I just stuck it up there so it wasn't on the floor. It looks so much better in here. We can finally see the floor a little bit. So I cannot wait to make a trip to the dump, get rid of that stuff, and then hopefully put my Peloton out here. I have been walking on my treadmill every single day, so I'm contemplating on putting the treadmill in my bedroom because I use it so often and it's just easier to have it in the house. I mean, I know Ethan, if he needs me, he can just come out in the garage. So I'm kind of on the fence on that one. This looks so much better. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, I'd love for you to subscribe. I upload cleaning motivation every single week and I would love to have you here. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.